She stepped out the box, heels on the pavement. Old rules cracked when she changed the arrangement. Mindy CurioMysa, new name, same like Curio. Cuties rise, we glow through the night.
Hello, my name is Mindy, and I am here to introduce myself and welcome you to my new channel. I've been on TikTok for a while, and I'm super excited to venture into the YouTube space. Mindy CurioMysa is the name of our channel, and I will explain where that all comes from. We're rebranding on TikTok as well. But just wanted to introduce myself, tell you a little bit about me and what you can expect here at the Mindy CurioMysa channel. So we are all things beauty, skincare, makeup, fashion, all of the fun girly stuff. And because our channel is called Mindy's CurioMysa, I thought, what better to call the community than Curio Cuties? Yes, give us all the Curio Cuties. We are going to do lots of fun makeup looks from time to time. We'll do get ready with me's. I occasionally do fashion shows. I love all things fashion, beauty, all of that. So a little bit about how my channel was started. So I am 52 years young. A couple of years ago, I got TikTok and I started seeing all of these creators creating these beautiful, beautiful makeup looks. And I thought to myself, wow, I want to do that. So I started buying all of the things and really getting obsessed with makeup and the different products. And listen, how I learned to do makeup in the, late 80s, early 90s, was nowhere near what it is today. We had nowhere near all of the steps. If there was contour and bronzer and all of these different things, I certainly didn't know about it, and that is not how I learned how to do makeup. So diving into this space again at almost 50, I was incredibly intimidated. I was like, oh my gosh, I cannot do this. I absolutely cannot do this. So I started practicing and trying things and buying things, and here's another fun fact. Loving this Let's Glow duo from Erica Taylor and Dalton. But another fun fact, all of the things that were working for these younger creators did not work on my skin. Absolutely did not work for me. So we had to pivot and get other things and practice new techniques and really figure out what works for more mature skin. So that, because of the intimidation and finding all of these things, I was like, and getting really good at it, I was like, if I can do this, anyone can. And also another fun fact, I did not start any skincare routine at all. I just did not grow up learning about it. There was oil of Olay, Pond's, those types of things. But listen, the number of nights I slept in my makeup, I know, blasphemous statement nowadays, but I did. Did not start any sort of skincare routine at all until I was almost 50 years young. So this is just an example of, and to really inspire and let people know it's never, ever, ever too late to start a skincare routine. And I will say your skincare and your what you do to prep your skin is critical for having a good makeup look. So we have moisturized, we have done all of the things to prep our skin for our look today. For eyeshadow, I like to prep my eyes with the NARS Pot Concealer. It's really, like the name says, it is a concealer, but I find it really makes a great eyeshadow base and preps the eyelids to really ensure that your eyeshadow pops. Get these eyelids prepped. I do like to do my eye looks first. That way if there's any eyeshadow fallout or anything, it does not affect the base, your makeup base. So yeah, now that I've told you a little bit about the channel and how it was created, let me tell you a little bit more about me. So I have had a corporate career for the last 30 years. I have been in the multifamily housing space and still currently have a full-time corporate career, and we do content creation on top of that. So your girl is busy. Busy, busy, busy. We booked and busy around here. So yes, I've been in the same industry. I started at a very entry-level position 30 years ago and worked my way all the way up. Currently second in charge right under the CEO for my current company. And we oversee and own properties in 5 different states. I've lived in multiple areas of the country. Just being in this industry has really kept us in gypsy shoes. So I have had the opportunity to live in and experience multiple areas of the country. So in addition to being a corporate baddie, I also am a certified executive coach. So super passionate about all things leadership, mentorship, guidance, inspiration, connection. Those are all very much my core values. So now we're just going to set that eyeshadow base with some setting powder. I do have a powder cocktail. It's got several different setting powders mixed in all together. We love a good powder cocktail. And we're just going to set that eyeshadow base with the powder cocktail. So yeah, that is a little bit about me, about what to expect on the channel. We are a bit bougie. I will say that. We do love some bougie brands. I love Dior. I love YSL, Tom Ford. But we also explore more affordable options. I am not the type of creator or influencer that will just try and sell you something just to be making sales or, commissions on TikTok or anywhere else. I must like it, use it, recommend it, believe in it for me to recommend it to you. So, we have integrity here. And also we must keep in mind that what works for me may not work for you. What works for others. Everyone has different skin. Everyone has different preferences, and not all things work for everyone. But I will always give you my honest feedback on anything that I'm using and trying. I will give it real and raw. Real and raw is how we are here. So if there's, anything that you're looking for information on, or, want to see if there's anything that I've tried, please always make sure to ask. Also, subscribe to the channel. Make sure to stay tuned for what we have coming. And come along for the ride. We are all about defying societal norms, breaking out of boxes, and just, I firmly believe that beauty comes from within, for one, and, shouldn't be based on what others think. It's absolutely based on what makes you feel beautiful. That is true beauty. So, who gives a shit about what society says is appropriate, what is age appropriate, anything like that? We don't believe in bullshit like that. We wear what we want, and we love it. Put a little eyeshadow tape on. I do like using this for a trick to just really get sharp outer corners or sharp lines for our eyeshadow looks. I am currently using lash tape. I have found that to be, so far, the best when it comes to stickiness, because we are always highly moisturized before we start our makeup routine, and the lash tape seems to stick the best. So we just use lash tape that we found on Amazon. All right, eyes are prepped. We're going to be using the Night Owl palette today from Jeffree Star Cosmetics. For our eyeshadow look, she is a beautiful palette. She is beautiful. So many pretty colors. We're going to be doing a smoky purple eye today. Smoky purple with a fluffy tapered brush. And we're going to start with the shade Silent Glide. Silent Glide on from the Night Owl palette. And this is our transition shade. Just a really pretty beige color. Very light, great for transition. So we currently live on the East Coast. We are in Jersey. Have only been here for a little under 2 years. New to being an East Coast girly, new to learning how to be a Jersey girl, all of the things. Trying to figure out how to survive traffic. But I am originally from the Midwest, from Iowa. So being on the East Coast is certainly different. We have lived in Florida before, but never Upper East Coast. So learning all of those things, traffic survival on the East Coast. And we do travel significantly for work as well. So now we're going to go in with the shade Phantom Grape. Phantom Grape from the Night Owl palette. It's a really pretty purple shade. Night Owl is it's a very dark, sexy palette, in my opinion. And Jeffree Star Cosmetics palettes have the best pigment. It's really challenging for me to find brands that compare pigment-wise. Now, there are other brands that have beautiful palettes. We love Dior and YSL. They are softer. They are softer and create a different look and a different experience, which we also love creating those types of looks as well, which we will. And we do everyday office looks for the really quick get out of the house and get to the office. I will say this is my first attempt at a long form video, so obviously our content will improve as we practice and get more accustomed to long form content. We're going to get really, really good at this. We are. Practice makes perfect, right? Practice makes perfect. Now we're going in with the shade Disturbed Thoughts, just on that outer V area, just to add dimension. And having this tape there really helps to create that sharp outer V edge. We're going to go back in with the brush that we had the Phantom Grape on and just blend that out. No harsh edges. Blending is key for beautiful makeup looks as well. I like to do a little light moment on the upper brow bone for most looks. It just helps to raise the eyes and really give that eye open more space on the lid appearance. This is the shade Headlights from the Night Owl palette. Now we're going to take a flat packer brush and go into Nocturnal Drift from the Night Owl palette, which is a dark shimmer. We're going to put that all over the lid. I would love to know from you guys, what is your current favorite makeup brand, product? What has you in a chokehold right now that you are currently using? What has me in a chokehold right now is the Erica Taylor Dalton Let's Glow Duo. Really, really great for ensuring the under eye concealer doesn't get crusty, dusty, and also your base makeup does not get dusty, crusty, and that's what is providing this glow. So for the Let's Glow Serum, you can put it on like I did prior to makeup. You can put a drop in your foundation. If you have a matte foundation and want to make it a little glowier, you can do that. Or if you're noticing dry areas throughout the day, it can actually be applied over the top of your base makeup to really nourish and moisturize and get rid of those dry areas. The balm stick, similar, you can put it on before your concealer, which we did. And throughout the day, if you're noticing dusty, crusty areas in your concealer, or if it's starting to cake or get dusty, crusty, you can literally tap that balm on over the top of your concealer. It will not disturb your makeup look, and it will help with that dusty crustiness. Amazing. Just going to blend with our original brush that we used for our transition shade, just to blend everything together. Now we're going to take a pencil brush and we're going to go into Snow Magic, and we're just going to add that to the very inner corners just for some brightening in the very inner corner of our eye. And we do have leaky eyes, so we will likely need to do touch-ups, and that's okay. Another great thing about makeup, anything can be fixed. You know, I used to get like, I wanted it to be perfect and super, self-conscious and frustrated if things weren't turning out the way I wanted. But learn to trust the process and remember, anything can be wiped off and fixed, or you can start over. It's okay. It doesn't have to be perfect the first time. Now we're going to go in with a very, very flat, tiny angled brush. And we're going to grab some more of that Disturbed Thoughts, which is the very, very dark shade. And we're going to just do an eyeliner with our eyeshadow. I love doing this with a brush and eyeshadow. I feel like I have a lot more control this way. And it really helps to pull the eye look all together when you're able to use a color that you have used in your eyeshadow look. It makes those wings much easier, in my opinion. Wings with a liquid liner are still a struggle for me. And that's okay, because we have found alternate ways to get the same look where it's not such a struggle. And that's one thing we are about here as well, is finding tips and tricks to make things a bit easier and still have the same effect. All right. Now we're going to peel off this tape and get ready to start But yeah, we've just got perfect wings, perfect sharp edges, and that tape caught all of that mess for us. We will smoke out the lower lash line after we do foundation and concealer. I always find that it's great to do it that way. For foundation, we are going to use the Tom Ford foundation today. It is one of probably my favorite liquid foundation right now. It is a bit pricey, but the coverage is so good and it's so pretty. And we won't always do all looks with all these bougie brands, but it is fun to have a bougie moment and a bougie experience from time to time. We have a ton of different foundations that we have been using and liking, so we will be using lots of them. The Toolbox Beauty brushes, so good. They are so good. We have the entire set and a few backups of a few of them, our favorite ones. This coverage of this foundation is great. And it's not heavy on the skin. And that's also amazing. Just a reminder, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Let me know in the chat your favorite products that have you in a chokehold right now. If there's anything that you're looking for or looking for recommendations on. And if you have none of that, sound off in the comments where you are watching from. Love getting to know my audience. The new Curio cuties, GRWM. My name is Mindy, and Curio is like a curator of things, and then Mysa is a little bit, magical, a little bit of a magical curator of magic moments, magic looks, magic. Yes, give us all the magic. So that's how the name evolved. We're definitely looking for something that was not common in the beauty space, and love what I was able to come up with. For contour, we're going to use the House Labs contour stick in the shade Chisel. I do love this contour stick. It is definitely cool toned. It's truly a contour stick. It's not a bronzer stick. And I love how easy the tip makes it to apply. We're just going to blend that into the hairline. Blending everything is key. Ooh, that Glow Balm really made us glowy with the Tom Ford foundation, which also has a little luminousness in it. But once we set the face, tone down a bit. We are going to go in with the Tom Ford bronzer. She's pretty. One of our favorite Toolbox Beauty brushes is the 300 brush right here. It's great for blending nose contour. The YSL shade 83. It's a beautiful berry color. And for a liquid blush, we are going to use the Jeffree Star Cosmetics liquid blush in the shade Delicious Diva. Just a tiny dot of Delicious Diva from Jeffree Star Cosmetics for liquid blush. concealer, we are going to use a little bit of lavender right here to really ombre in and transition that with the blush. Lavender color corrector from Jeffree Star Cosmetics. Diet Pink color corrector from Jeffree Star Cosmetics in the inner corner. Where else we're going to use Patrick Ta concealer. A little bit lighter of a shade of the Patrick Ta concealer for right under there. Now we're going to let that really settle and dry down a bit before we start blending. I'm going to use a little Diet Peach Jeffree Star Cosmetics color corrector for a little brightening right in those areas. All right, my very, very favorite, my most favorite Toolbox Beauty brush, the 101, because when life gets tough, forget that puff. We blend, or we set our under eye concealer with a brush, not a powder puff. If you're over a certain age, I do not recommend setting your under eye concealer with a powder puff. Use a brush. So this 101 brush has your cream and your powder duo in one. I love this brush. While we let the under eye concealer settle just a bit, make sure we don't have any creasing before we set, we're going to go ahead and blend out the rest of the concealer using the Nikki LaRose BK Beauty Collab brush N19. I love this brush so much. I actually missed when it was available on its own. So we got the whole brush set just for this brush. Then the N19 came back not too long ago on its own, so we got a backup, but it is sold out again. And I know why. I love this brush so much. It's so great for blending concealer. And again, don't forget to trust the process. There are times when things are gonna not look quite the way you want them to look, but trust the process. All right, let's check our under eyes for any creasing. I'd like to take a Q-tip and just get anything that might need a little touch up before setting. And then I always use the Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Setting Powder. It's very pink and brightening to set the under eyes. Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder. And again, we use a brush. When life gets tough, forget that puff. Tap off the extra. We are going to touch up our blush a little bit. Typically, we do concealer before blush and bronzer and everything, but we're trying this new technique to see if we can master it. Haven't quite mastered it yet. Not sure I'm going to like it, even if it's mastered, but I'm always trying new things and exploring different options. Actually, now that I touched it up, I am kind of liking the technique because it really helps to ombre or transition that blush into the concealer really, really well for a seamless blend. Yeah, that's pretty. That's really pretty. All right, it's time to set the face. Typically, I use a powder cocktail, but we are going to go in. We are trying the Natasha Denona setting powder, and I want to try and do a wear test of this powder on its own. So I like a powder cocktail. I like having powders with some talc in it. Give us all the talc. I hate that they're taking talc out of everything. However, this is a talc-free powder from Natasha Denona, so we really wanted to give it a fair wear test of it all on its own. Come on, Blur. And I don't feel like putting it in the powder cocktail is really a fair test, obviously, because there would be other powders in there, and we wouldn't know how this performs all by itself. But so far, come on, Blur. Hello. Wow. And obviously, we really love big powder puffs. Big powder puff. I love the big Laura Mercier powder puff, but wow, look at that Blur. Look at that Blur. She's pretty. I have high hopes. I have high hopes for this Natasha Denona setting powder. We are now going to smoke out the lower lash line. We're going to use a Jeffree Star Cosmetics eye crayon. The velour eye crayons are amazing. They're great in the waterline. They're great for shadows. This is Ocean of Wisdom is the color. It's a little blue. It's a blue color. It's very pretty. We're just going to go in that lower waterline and then take our Soleil brush into Phantom Grape and smoke it out. And then we're going to add some Disturbed Thoughts just at the outer corner of the lower lash line, and then blend it all together. Okay, the next product we are going to use is the Jeffree Star Cosmetics Brow Designer. This product literally changed our relationship with doing our brows. We didn't do them before. We tried. We thought we sucked. I thought I sucked at them, and I really probably did. I gave up all the time. I was just like, I cannot do my brows. So I avoided doing them like the plague until Jeffree came out with Brow Designer. One end does have a super nice spoolie on it. It's a sturdy, it's not a flimsy spoolie at all. It's a great spoolie. And then the other end has an amazing brow pencil. It was first to market tip design. It's the petal tip that really, really makes doing your brows so easy. We're going to use Soft Black Brow Designer and Soft Black today to do our brows. This product literally changed our relationship with doing our brows. And since we've started doing them, I realize how freaking important it is and how doing your brows just really helps to frame the face. Don't skip the brows like I used to. Pick up Brow Designer. It makes it so easy. And if you make a mistake, it's super easy to just wipe off and fix. But before, after, doing your brows makes a huge difference. For mascara, we are going to use the House Labs mascara. Love this mascara, the Be Structural. Look, just one coat. That's beautiful. Beautiful mascara. Who needs falsies when you got mascara that does that? Before, after. I am going to use a different mascara for the lower lashes. the Sky Tubes. We do not like this mascara on our upper lashes, but I do really like the wand for the lower lashes. It gives length on the uppers, but definitely no volume. But for the lower ones, we do really like this one. The Maybelline Sky Tubes. The upper lashes, it gives underwhelming on my lashes. All right. We are going to do a lip and set the face, and we will be all finished with our complete makeup routine. For our lip, we are going to use the Barbie X Glam Light Lip Kit in purple. I think it's going to go perfect with our eye look today. Comes with a liner, the lipstick, and the gloss. We used the pink last night, and it's so cute. We're really liking these Barbie X Glam Light lip kits. The liners are super creamy as well. And a fun little trick, if you do not have a lip brush, is you can take the end of your lip liner and really just go in and ombre that out. Makes it super, super simple. How easy was that? Now we're going to go ahead and go in with the lipstick. And these smell so good. They smell like strawberries or fruit or something. How pretty is that? And the lip gloss is a plumper. So pretty, right? So pretty. I love these lip kits. Barbie X Glam Light lip kits. All right, we are going to set the face. My Holy Grail setting spray, the one size powder melt. All right, this is the completed look. This is so much fun. Again, please subscribe to the channel. In the Curio Cutie community, stick around. There's more, lots and lots of fun things that we're going to be doing and videos that we will be uploading. We'll do skincare, fashion, all of the things like I said. So please subscribe. Let your friends know. Bring them all in. And yeah, just stick around for the ride. On TikTok, you will be able to find me, Mindy CurioMysa, there. And we're also on Instagram. We are getting ready to do a really big giveaway on Instagram, so make sure to check that out. Check me out over there. But anyway, thank you so much for hanging out for our makeup today, and more fun looks to come. Thank you.
She clocked out the office, dreams in her bag, traded gray little walls for a glitter bright flag, lip gloss.